week were the Strikeforce fights.
Right.
Great night of fights, I have to say. Fei Zhao against Mike Kyle.
Oh my God! Did you see that guillotine?
Domination.
It was
awesome.
revenge. It was revenge for the first time when Kyle knocked him out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And he trained his butt off for this fight.
Yeah. He Ronaldo said that he completely switched up his diet. He learned how to cut weight correctly because before that he wasn't doing that. He was just kind of like, oh, whatever. I'm just gonna, crash diet like everyone else and just gonna roll with it. And
That
did
was
fantastic.
this time it worked.
It definitely
It was an awesome 33 seconds.
Yes.
Thompson and Melendez. Melendez retains the belt.
Yeah, with a whole lot of booing from the crowd.
I can't blame him.
Yeah, I can't blame him either. I mean, when you're watching a title fight, you want to see them dominate, and he did not dominate.
No, I think Thompson dominated more.
Right. And if it wasn't a title fight, Thompson would have won.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the problem.
Yeah, Thompson got his back once. He got him on the ground twice.
Yeah.
They traded punches like there's no tomorrow. The fights were explosive. You could not tell who really is.
Right.
winning.
It could have actually been a draw. I mean,
It was a split decision. It was a split decision. I think the reason why they gave Melendez the win is just because he already has the belt, so they're like, oh, let's.
Of course.
Well, and maybe this lit a fire under Melendez's ass and said, okay, if this guy can beat me as a split, I gotta bust my ass and get better at this.
Well, I mean, even his girlfriend was watching it, and in her face, you could see, my boyfriend's losing.
Mm-hmm.
And.
I couldn't imagine.
Oh my God. No, it's always harder.
I mean, that person screaming, get your ass up right now!
It's always harder to watch the fights with someone that you're friends with, someone you care about, rather than to actually be in the fight.
Cormier and Barnett. That was a Grand Prix heavyweight tournament finale.
Yes,
and
it was a long run.
Cormier by decision. Yes.
Oh,
all 5 rounds. That was a
Yeah, but that was a
run.
decision. That was a well-earned Cormier.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, he proved himself as a very well-rounded fighter, not just a wrestler.
Great boxing skills.
Amazing
Kicks,
boxing.
his kicks.
Oh my God, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a short guy, 5'10", but size of Mike Tyson.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he was kicking Barnett in the head. And Barnett is not a short person.
No, he's not.
He's not even at the
No.
height level of Cormier, and yet he was completely dominated. His face looked something straight out of a horror movie afterwards.
Yeah.
It was blood all over the place. They were slipping and sliding in their own blood. It was awesome.
It was a good fight. It was a good fight.
Cormier even admitted that was.
Yes, he admitted at the post fight that when they asked him a question like, "How was that fight?" and he said, "Look at my face. Like it was not an easy fight. Look at my." I mean, he was bandaged up when he was talking about it afterwards.
And both guys broke their hands.
Yes.
Ooh.
And Cormier for the second time.
Yeah. The first time was when he fought Antonio Bigfoot Silva.
Speaking of which, those fights are coming up
UFC
this
146.
weekend. Yes. It's a bunch of great heavyweight fights.
Yes.
Roy Nelson and Dave Herman. I personally think Roy Nelson might come through on this one, but
I don't know.
He always wins, but I always don't want him to.
Yeah.
And I feel bad. I really do feel bad because I'm like, you hate doing that, but I just hate that he lays on people, and I just want to show like this spark of like he hasn't impressed me. I guess that's what it is. He just hasn't impressed me.
Right.
so Cain Velasquez is fighting Bigfoot himself. So Bigfoot Silva. I actually hope Cain Velasquez has completely recovered from his injuries and everything.
I think he is too.
I think if he has, he will take it hands down.
Yeah,
I do too, and I definitely think. I mean, he's another one like GSP that they're not gonna fight if they're not 100%.
All right.
He's not gonna sit here.
Honestly, I don't think he did when he fought Junior Dos Santos.
But I think that was his realization that he was like, okay, I can't do this anymore.
Could be, yeah.
All right.
And if that's the case, if he really knows, then when he does,
I hope he does. I hope
this
he does.
fight this weekend, he'll win because he's well prepared. He's ready. He's fully
And
recovered.
if he does win, he might get another shot at the winner of the next upcoming
Whoever
fight,
wins
Dos
Santos Amir.
over in
Obviously, that was supposed to be Overeem, but that was.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Which all that stuff happened,
But Mir has a shot at the title again.
You can't underestimate anybody, but
No,
I think
yeah,
Dos
I
Santos
think
so
Dos
bad.
Santos is gonna win this one.
I wanted
full
to,
win.
yeah.
Yeah.
Full win. You know,
Very stern
and
about it.
Overeem was kicked out just because he tested positive for
Testosterone.
high testosterone levels.
Which is very, like, I've been reading and all the stuff on the medical stuff. It's so hard to tell. I mean, you can have an influctuation or whatever it's called, that you can go up and down for different things too. It's not necessarily steroids or whatever. So it's such a crappy law that is what it is. Because, I mean, he was really high, so it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
But if you fluctuate, it could be anything.
Yeah, but
The NSAC, has caused a lot of controversy right now. Just because of
and that brings up that point.
Because apparently Chael Sonnen now is allowed to
so
use
he's
it.
allowed to use it, but
he's allowed to use it, and basically he has permission from his doctor because he has had low testosterone levels for a long time, apparently.
right, and he's one of the
believe that.
people I've watched that talked about Overeem's levels, and so for sure he has gotten a doctor to talk about his levels.
And who can't get some doctor to talk about,
of course,
their reason to have any prescription drugs or anything else for prescriptions, right?
And I love Chael Sonnen. I mean, I love him. He's a good fighter.
But what it boils down to is, were his levels at the level for somebody at his conditioning level, right? And if that's the case, then maybe he should be exempt because he has doctor's permission. But if he doesn't, and they're higher just because he's taking the hormone replacement therapy, then really it's just not fair. It's really just asking.
Again, it's like cheating.
But then again, you could look at the last fight with Rampage, because that's what Rampage was doing. He was getting testosterone injections as well because he was sick, and look how badly he lost that fight.
Right. So I mean, getting any form of more testosterone, more estrogen for us, it's not gonna make you a better fighter. It could seriously fuck your body up. I mean, you can mess up. Just like you said, the Rampage Jackson.
But that doesn't stop people from using steroids in the first place.
No, but they're not always better fighters. They just are stronger,
Right. And I mean, the real question is, if it gives you an unfair advantage, you shouldn't be allowed to use it, right? Nick
because the
Diaz got
idea
into
is to
a lot
have
of
a
trouble.
plane. I mean, right.
And he was, he got in a lot of trouble for smoking pot. Does that give him an unfair advantage?
Oh God,
I don't
no!
think
It gives
so.
I could talk about the pot thing all freaking day. It's such a ridiculous law. It's so stupid.
I mean, he got suspended for the last 12 months after all these hearings and everything.
Yeah.
Right? You watched the hearings.
Yeah, I watched the hearings, and man, they put the guy through a freaking 7-ring circus. It was ridiculous. If they could have beat him with sticks, they would have.
And I think that, and I'm not, I like him. We're going to get a little argument here, but I like him. I just think his attitude, I do think those people are human. They have an idea who he is before they go in. Whether they're supposed to be.
Judging him for sure.
They're judging him, and he has done nothing but make it hell for everybody else. He's talking all this shit. This is his persona. That's why we love him the way that he is. He talks a lot of shit. But they see that, so it kind of works against him.
But see,
with
I don't know exactly. It's
with the government, I guess.
He doesn't talk as shit like Mayweather talk shit, like Ronda Rousey talk shit. He doesn't do that.
But Ronda Rousey doesn't prove, positive on her drug test.
Well, maybe
We'll come back to that if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's a whole separate question. Right now, we're just talking about shit talking and stuff. And as far as Diaz goes, he is not a showman. He's not dancing monkey. He wants to fight. He's an athlete. He's 100% hardcore athlete.
Right. He's a fighter who likes on the side to smoke a little weed. I mean, really.
And even then, you know what? He runs.
It's fine.
He gets bored. He goes run a triathlon. He gets bored. He swims to Alcatraz.
Right.
That's all he does. That's all he wants to do.
Because I can tell you that I don't smoke weed, but if I did and I swam to Alcatraz, it's more likely I'd get there than if I drank last night and swam to Alcatraz. And liquor is legal.
Yeah,
it's legal. I can go out and
That's a whole other issue.
Yeah, which we'll come back to in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, because with liquor, John Jones just got in trouble. He he actually got a DUI.
Right.
You know, and DUI, totaling your Bentley, is not a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing in any kind of case.
Anyway,
whether you're a lawyer, a doctor, or anyone who can afford to drive a Bentley, you shouldn't be wrecking it.
You can afford to drive a Bentley. Call a freaking cab when you're wasted.
Thank you. And a lot of people now that's pretty much his biggest damage. His image.
It has damaged his image.
Yeah,
it has.
Everyone
he's a champ. Everybody looks up to him. He's a good kid. He's strong. He likes to fight.
But you just
very
said he's
passionate.
a kid. He's 24 years old. Yes, he may be a father.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's not necessarily a stupid person. He made
No.
a very stupid decision. Just like
everybody has made a stupid decision. Think back when you're 24. I mean.
Yeah, but the thing is, when we were 24, we weren't in the limelight.
Right.
We're still on.
Different.
And
that's a problem.
He is.
I mean, that's a problem.
And he always had the image of being the good boy, kind of like Chris Brown did before he beat up Rihanna.
Yeah.
But Jon Jones didn't beat up anybody. He made a stupid ass decision, and
he was alone in that car too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, nobody got hurt. Thank God. He walked away uninjured.
But
can't speak for his car, but the biggest injury right now is to his image.
Right.
And what is he going to do about it? How is he going to fix it?